Bang, Neeves Knives. I'm Jared, and today we have an amazing video. Basically, this video is about knives through your purchase where some of the proceeds go to an amazing foundation. Now, I can't take full credit. I can't take any credit of this video. All the credit goes to Floydian. He literally did all the research. All of these knives are his. He's done everything. So hopefully this video, through me making this video, it at least brings some awareness to some of these foundations. And thank you, Floydian, for all the support you've given our channel, and thank you for being such an awesome friend. And starting this list off is the Spyderco Pink Native 5. Now, before we get into this, just know that there's also many other Spydercos. We have a few more on the list, but besides the ones on the list that also support other foundations. So it's not just this one. I will link as much as I can down below, as much as I possibly can, but there's always new Spydercos popping up that help different foundations. So you can hit the link and check out and see if there's any that you're, interested in, because what's better than getting an awesome product and some of the proceeds going to, people in need. So this one is the Pink Native, which with your purchase of this knife, it goes to Guardians of the Pink, which is basically a bunch of firefighters that used to fight fires, and now they have a pink fire truck and they drive around, and it's basically for cancer, and not just breast cancer, but all forms of cancer for women. So, and that's why it's pink. It's for, women with cancer. I think that's amazing. This knife specifically is an awesome knife. I think this is such an underrated knife. And don't get me wrong, I know there's a bunch of reviewers that love this knife, but man, it really is awesome. Very comfortable in the hand. I'm not a huge FRN fan, but if I'm going to buy FRN, Spyderco's FRN is the best in my opinion, because it's very rigid, because they make it nice and thick. And even though it is nice and thick, they mill out the inside, which makes it incredibly light. It's extremely robust for how light it is. This one's an S35 VN blade steel. Awesome steel. Backlock. This one has an aftermarket deep carry clip, which I'm sure you can find somewhere, but an amazing knife nevertheless. Now, like I said, there's a lot of other Spydercos on the lists. They're not all pink. They're, there's a bunch of different ones, and we have more on this list that are coming in just one second. But first, we're going to talk about Victorinox. So they have the Autism Awareness, which is a private school for children with autism that uses a low student to teacher ratio, individualized learning goals, and is based on the principles of ABA. And amazing. That's awesome. Now, this is the Tinker Victorinox. Now, also, you can get a Tinker Victorinox that supports Wounded Warrior Project. Now, Wounded Warrior Project is committed to helping those living with PTSD. Pretty sure Wounded Warrior Project does everything from people that physically or mentally hurt on the battlefield. And it's a great, great foundation to support our soldiers and the people that have fought for us. So these are both the same exact Victorinox, just for different, different foundations. And this one has a little dangler on it, which I think this dangler is awesome, man. You can clip it onto your pocket, and you can basically, I'm sure this comes separate, but if you get one of these, you can clip basically anything where you can clip it to, and instead of letting it just, sit on the bottom of your pocket, you can just dangle it, and then you can always just grab it right off the seam or the lip of your pocket and pull it out of your pocket, and you don't have to worry about getting your hand past, your knife or anything else that's sitting in your pocket or, on a pocket clip. So very, very awesome. Both of these foundations are amazing, and that's through Victorinox. I think these are Smoky Mountain Knives exclusives as well. Now, the next one, which is Southern Grind. This is the Spider Monkey, but the thing with Southern Grind is there was basically any one of your purchases through one of their knives, some of the proceeds went to a veteran program called Camp Southern Ground. The thing is, though, is that they sold their company. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I'm not sure if the foundation still exists or if they're still doing it. I have no idea. As far as I know, though, that they have sold their company. So, but if they are still doing it, I wanted to make sure I, shine some light on it through, Southern Grind. It is a USA company, and that company is, the foundation is Camp Southern Ground, a veterans program. So this is an awesome knife. This one's in copper and S35VN. They do have other models, and I believe they even have knives in 20CV, but I'm not sure what's going on with it. So let's get to the next one. The next one is Giant Mouse. Now, this is the Ace Clyde. Now, I will say I did give this a poor review. However, I found out that this one's discontinued and they have the second model, which is the ones that they have now that they are selling, which addressed all of the issues, or at least most of. From what I hear, it was all of the issues that I brought up in my review, which I think that's amazing. I think all knife companies should strive to improve their product, and in this case they did. So they addressed, and I did look a couple up, and I did notice that some of the things I had an issue with, they did improve. So that's amazing. And because it's a really cool knife aside from the things I brought up. So which one was the sharpening choil or plunge grind? I think it got thinner behind the edge, and some other details. But the foundation is Save the Children, which, speaks for itself. So I think that that's an amazing donation, or amazing, thing to donate to. And yeah, like I said, I'm going to try to link as much as I can below. They fight for global hunger crises, border violences, refugees, probably a lot of different things. I don't, want to get into every single thing that they do because I'm not 100%, but I do know, though, that it is for, to make basically, on their site, they basically say they make the world a better place for children everywhere, which is amazing to me. Next. Now, this one is the Doug Ritter. This is from Hogue, but the Hogue Ritter RSKMK1. Now, Doug Ritter basically is the fighter that we have in the knife community for our knife rights. So many laws and so many of our knife rights are big thanks to him. So he definitely puts a great fight in the community in different states, different counties, cities, whatever, in America, for us to have the knife rights we have, to be able to carry the tools we have and the freedoms we have with our knives. So it's awesome to support people like him through maybe designs he has or knives that he has. So Doug Ritter, thank you, and just know who that man is when you're buying, the Hogue Ritter, or this is the mini RSKMK1. I think it's the MK2, but regardless, any one of his designs, is going to benefit him, and some of the proceeds go to helping him do what he does. And he's been doing it for a long time. So thanks to him. Next, we have the Spyderco Mantra 3. Now, like I said, Spyderco has a bunch of charitable partnerships, so I'm going to link that below. But this one, in this case, is through the Parkinson's Foundation, and I have had family with Parkinson's, so it's definitely very sad, and I think it's amazing that that's one of the charities that they are supporting. And the Mantra, awesome knife. It is a compression lock flipper, which you don't see too many of, and you can hold very low on the flipper and let it get right past you. I know a lot of people say that, the flipper tab will get in the way. You can hold it low and let it get right past you, or you can let it hit you and then just let it drop. Or if you're really good, you can just move out of the way. I'm under the camera, but I'm pretty good at it without getting hit. So, and nice reverse flicking action, great ergos, great blade shape. This one's an S30V and very, very lightweight. Deep carry wire clip. And yeah, awesome, awesome knife, awesome charity. So let's get to the next one. Spyderco Sage 1 in Maximus. Now, they do have, I think, the Sage 1, 2, 3, and 5 that support a foundation. This one specifically supports the Alzheimer's Foundation or Association, which really hits home for me. I used to work with a dementia and Alzheimer's unit in a long time ago. So I really care about that, I guess you could say. But yeah, awesome foundation. Anyways, the Spyderco Maximus, awesome steel, awesome knife. This is, man, such a great knife. One, the ergos, the lightweightness, the EDC-ableness, if that's a word. It's such a great EDC knife. Spyderco's blade shape, this type of blade shape, is like one of the most useful blade shapes in my opinion. This happens to be a liner lock, deep carry wire clip. Awesome action, nice and smooth. Great reverse flicking. And comes in Maximus. Maximus is one of the best. If we're talking about super steels, Maximus one of the best. You have the almost, I'm not gonna say the best, but close to the best edge retention or most edge retention you can get out of a steel. It is not a tough steel, but man, does it hold an edge for a very long time. So the Alzheimer's Association is an awesome association to support. And like I said, there's a lot of other ones through Spyderco, through their partnership program. So I'm going to try to link it below. Okay, we have two more. We have Essie, which the foundation that they support is RATSAR, which is rescue. Hold on, let me just read it how it's supposed to be. Which is Randall's Adventure Search and Rescue. They basically stand ready to assist the southeastern U.S. with wilderness land search, canine area scent, incident management, search and planning, backcountry technical rescue, mountain rescue, cave rescue, and team training. Amazing, right? Awesome, because you don't hear about a lot of foundations like that. And, search and rescue teams, I'm sure, are, it's probably hard to get funding for stuff like that. And the hands-on deck type of thing between all the tools and, the things required to do things like that. I mean, you can only imagine. So that's awesome. So we have Essie, which is a USA company. This is basically a search and rescue tool, multi-tool, which I think is pretty cool. It's just basic stainless steel. It does come with a cool sheath and very strong retention on this sheath. And you can see you can flip it and it's got a belt clip. But boy, does it have some. I don't even want to do it under the camera because it does have some good retention, which is awesome. So no matter what type of position or situation you're in, it will hold for sure. And you can see they probably have a couple different blade shapes, just depending on what you're looking for. Now, next we have Benchmade, and this is the Benchmade Barrage. Now, Benchmade actually supports a couple different foundations, just kind of depending on the knife that you choose. Now, some of the knives that do offer or do, support foundations is the orange Altitude, the pink Griptilian, or any model of the Adamas family directly help foundations. And they have a bunch of foundations: Backcountry Hunters and Anglers, American Knife and Tool Institute, Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, Pacific Northwest Defense Coalition, Looks like they do fire stuff, meaning meaning like I'm not 100%, but it looks like they do like force fire stuff, things like that as well. They probably have, you know, all kinds of different foundations. So Benchmade is another one to look into. Like I said, I'm going to try to link things down below so you can read more in detail for foundations that maybe you want to support or knives that you would like to get. I named a few Benchmades that do, you know, that show, you know, that offer some of, you know, automatically the foundations that that they support, but you know, I'm sure there's probably more than that, but like they said, you know, anytime you purchase any of those models I mentioned, it will help a foundation. So there you guys go. Thank you, Floydian, for this idea, doing all the research, doing all the work, and thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys will click some of the links below. I don't benefit none at all from any of the links, unless if they're like my personal links. So all these foundations and things, that's just, you know, links for you guys to get to read and, you know, check out. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.